Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel. Today we're going to take a look at Suge Knight. He has done another little interview type thing where he has actually named quite the number of people who were involved or who knew of what Diddy was doing. So we're going to jump into that. And we also got a brand new photo on the Daily Mail, of course, of Justin Bieber showing his face, and it's sad. So this is the first thing we got. Suge Knight claims Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, and other industry people were privy to Diddy's alleged criminal activity. To be honest with you, I think everyone knew this. I think everyone's like, yeah, people know, which they do. But the former Death Row's record CEO named Russell Simmons, Clive Davis, Jimmy Iovine, and more. Diddy's recent arrest for alleged racketeering conspiracy and this has created a witch hunt in the music industry. Celebrities and fans have been speaking up about who else could potentially be involved or are aware of all that went on with the Bad Boy co-founder. Suge Knight recently claimed several notable people like Jay-Z, Dr. Dre were privy to Puffy's crimes. The former Death Row CEO spoke with Chris Cuomo of News Nation and clarified that he does not jump up and down and cheer for no black man going to prison. Knight acknowledged that though some people do deserve to serve time in prison for their crimes, it is not always the answer and it can cause difficulties for those with kids and families. Though he did have this empathetic approach, he also held no punches and called out several rappers who have been silent. Facts is there. Where we're at now, I don't care if it's T.I., I don't care if it's Rick Ross, I don't care if it's Jay-Z, I don't care if it's Snoop Dogg, I don't care if it's The Game, I don't care if it's Dr. Dre. Nobody's stepping up on the fact that you know what's going on. With that there, we've actually talked about this on the channel in the previous video. When other people have been done, everyone and, their mother was jumping on it. Oh, yes, this person did this. Oh, yes, they're this, they're that, they're horrible. But with this, no one has jumped out. Which, obviously, the ones who have are the ones who, like Cat Williams. We talked about Cat Williams before as well. And I can't remember that lady's name, but she is all over Instagram and everything else where she is talking about things. And she's like, well, no, this happened because I know because they told me. This happened because we saw it. And it's absolutely just insane how much power that Diddy seems to have or did have with everything. And obviously we also saw that conspiracy as well where, like he was trying to blackmail a member of the FBI or something like that. And because they were on the videos or something. And then they're the ones who were like, yeah, go and do this. I want that. There's so many out there. So many conspiracy theories. It's just absolutely insane. Suge Knight also directed his energy at some major powers within the music industry. Some of whom have their own public skeletons. Such as Russell Simmons, yeah. Clive Davis, yeah. And Jimmy Iovine. Or Ivan, excuse me. Knight claimed that Diddy was taught this behavior by people before him, which supports claims made by the former Revolt chairman's ex-security guard, Gene Deal, in a conversation he had with The Art of Dialogue. You gotta realize, he learned from Andrea Harrell, Deal claimed. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clive Davis. When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, they were heavy into this with the women, and doing things at that crazy stage, that's going to make him think that he can get away with the same thing. Deal specifically stated that he refused to use the word alleged in his claims because he witnessed these behaviors firsthand. It can make a man into a monster, and that's what it did. When you do have someone like the ex-bodyguard who was there and he saw it and he's like, yeah, I know what goes on. I was there when it happened. It makes you think like, right, okay. But then again, no, you can always have the other devil on your shoulder stating, well, he could be saying this because, he was forced out. He just wants to see that person get hurt. There's so many things that people need to look into with this, myself included, with alleged, right, what's going on? How did this person go? Was he fired? There's so much to look into. Diddy is currently in prison awaiting trial after being denied bail twice, arrested in New York last week and was intentionally in his hometown to cooperate with authorities, per a statement from his lawyer. Despite not running from his inevitable arrest, and his legal team maintain that he is innocent. Well, of course they are. We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the US Attorney's Office. Diddy is a music icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man, and proven philanthropist who has spent the last 30 years building an empire going on for that there. And it's sad to see because everyone has always bigged up Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, whatever you want to call him. But again, no, there's also a lot of stuff out there going back so many years where people have talked about him. But again, no, a lot of people put that towards, well, you know, you got the West Coast and the East Coast, they were always against each other and all this kind of stuff. It's absolutely nuts. But what we're going to look into now, though, we're going to have a look at a photo of Justin Bieber. Obviously, Justin Bieber was, you know, at the age of, what, was he 13, 14, around that time, when he was, which is just bizarre to me to even say this, his parents signed legal guardianship over to Diddy. And I'm like, even with Usher and all these other people who've done all this kind of thing, even all the others in the music industry, to me that is still a bit like you signed over guardianship of your child to a famous person. It's nuts. It's just mind-boggling. But this is what we got. So the exclusive, Justin Bieber looks gaunt as wife Hailey protectively leads him out of a wedding anniversary dinner amidst health fears as more shock Diddy claims emerge. And obviously he looks gaunt and tense, which we're going to have a look at now. I'm not too sure, because again, with that, it could just be because he's wearing sunglasses and he's got the long hair and everything else. Is there a zoomed out one? Yeah, by there. He does look a little bit skinnier than normal. But obviously all of this recently, there's been so much going on. And his name has been appearing everywhere with these allegations. Because obviously it's, when you're signed over by your parents, which is still mind-blowing to me. They're like, yeah, okay, you can go and live with this person for so long because they're going to make you rich. It's like, yeah. Yeah, I actually asked my parents about this the other day. And it was just absolutely insane. I was like, would you ever sign me over if I was 11 to 15, say? And would you sign my guardianship over to a famous person? And my dad went, fuck no. This is what is just mind-blowing, you know? But going on with all of this, we have the following by here regarding the whole incident. So he was 15 when Bieber spent 48 hours with Diddy and partying together. Yeah, he was in clubs. He's like, why am I here? Bieber hasn't addressed the situation publicly, but fans have expressed concern about his noticeably thin appearance. Now, sources tell the Daily Mail that the singer feels he has no one to talk to about the revelations and is sailing these waters alone. You got your wife and you got your family, mate. You need to speak with them as well, and if you need to, speak to a medical professional. I really do think so. And if things did happen back then, I do think you would probably need to go to the authorities, you would. Justin feels like there is no one that he can talk to that understands, and to be honest, he doesn't even fully understand. He was a kid. The source added that the fallout comes amidst his current struggles to try and be a good parent, having not had the best example from his own father. Justin is stressed right now. He has a baby boy and trying to be a good dad without having anything to reference what a good father is. But it says, speaking to the fragile singer's emotional state, he is sailing these waters alone, and everyone fears that if Hailey shows any struggles with being a first-time mother, then this is going to be incredibly difficult for Justin, which it is. Diddy could not have happened at a worse time, as he is trying to experience the joy of being a father with the pain of having to deal with all of this. Yeah, I really do think this is going to be tough for Justin. It really is. Because we have seen so much stuff coming out now regarding Diddy, and obviously 120 new accusers. It's not going to go well for him, for Diddy, and obviously for Justin. I really do hope that he can actually get himself, with some help, go and see a mental expert, and if things did happen then, he needs to go to the authorities. But he's probably scared of that as well, obviously, because for all we know, there could be people out there who Diddy probably told contingency plans, can even get that out of my mouth then, and be like, right, if this happens, or if I get arrested, you need to do X, Y, and Z. That could happen. Because if all this is true, those type of people always have backup plans. They always do. Let us know what you think about this down below, folks. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. hit the notification bell for future updates, and I'll see you soon.